Hey guys, it was quite a weekend and it's Monday morning. I'm actually up early, gonna put my little facial essence on. And, we did all of the kid drop offs to school type of situation. I think I want to spend some time this morning rearranging what I have called my workout room. So, one of the dangers of traveling for work is that we eat a lot. It's a lot of food. And when I came back from this recent work trip, like we have desserts, we go out to dinner, we drink a lot of wine, there's a lot of like overly salty processed food and all of that sort of stuff. And when I came back, I could visibly see that my face was just overly swollen. Like I clearly had overindulged and then I was like, oh Lord, now I need to spend like 2 days drinking water, getting like reset. Like my rings didn't fit. Look how chubby my fingers are. This is, it's probably 5 or 6 days post travel, and I'm still like de-swelling from the trip. Getting old ain't for the weak, putting my serum on. So, the late David Arnold is a comedian who had a talent. That guy was funny, did a lot of sort of family humor. He passed away at 50 something. Maybe he was right at 50 or a little bit over. And I think it was a heart attack. I'm not quite sure still what the cause of death was, but I believe I saw that it was a heart attack. And he left behind a wife and 2 kids. I don't know how I'm tying that into the story, except to say that he used to joke around about how things, fill in the blank, ain't for the weak. That was his like tagline. Growing old, friends, ain't for the weak. So like my body needs time to recover from being out, enjoying food and company and spirits and things like that. Now, mind you, I'm just talking about a couple of glasses of wine, but that's the effect that a couple of glasses of wine has on me these days. It looks like a ghost in the shower here. So let me pause to say I started to follow this Facebook group. I think the group is called Things with Faces. And all that the entire feed is about is people posting pictures of everyday objects or clouds or scenes or whatever. And you can see a face in the thing. And so I loved it when I came across it because I'm like, oh my God, this is the stuff that happens in my brain all the time. Like when I'm in showers that have, especially when I'm traveling and there's like ceramic in the shower or stone, natural stone really is where I see it more. And it has movement in it, or like I'm looking at marble. My creative, crazy imagination is constantly picking up shapes of faces. And in my mind, then I'm constructing, quirky thing about me, constructing like cartoon characters and characters for horror movies and that sort of thing from the shapes that I see in everyday things, everyday objects. And so this looks like a ghost to me. And there are several faces, like one over here, down here. Anyway, go follow that page. It's like, this is what I want Facebook for. I don't want Facebook for politics. I don't want Facebook for civic information. I don't want Facebook for anything serious. I want it for frivolity and for fun and for lighthearted getaway. It's the same way that I treat Instagram. When things on Instagram get serious, or when accounts try to get serious and like comment on politics and all of that, I'm like, deuces, I'm out. Like I have other outlets for that I would prefer to get that information from. I don't need every celebrity telling me how they feel about what's happening in the Middle East. It's a tragic, horrible situation, and people have really strong feelings about it on one side or the other or both. We know this. Like I don't need makeup artists, for example, telling me their position. I don't care. I only come to them for makeup. I want to stick with makeup for them. So on Facebook and on Instagram and all those platforms, I go for lightheartedness. Occasionally, I like for something to touch my heart and my soul, like a family photo or a touching story of like a military dad coming home and seeing his kids after a long time. Things like that that uplift and bring joy and touch the heart. Everything else, I'm done with it. So back to the workout room thing. How did I get on that? How did I go from swollen face to things with faces to people with politics that I don't care about, back to the workout room? In our basement, which I just call the recreational level to sound bougie about it, it's really like a basement level. There's a room in the back that is like a workout room where I have a treadmill. The treadmill that has not been used to its full potential, mind you. I love to walk. That's probably my favorite form of exercise. And I like to lift. I used to like to lift a lot Pre-COVID, I was pretty good. COVID came, y'all, and the laziness set in. I started my channel, so YouTube sucks up a lot of my time and has me sort of standing or sitting still on good portions when I'm filming and that sort of thing. So I haven't used that treadmill the way I had hoped. I do try to move every day for 10 or 15 minutes, but that's not going to cut it here in middle age. So I need to do better by my body with both diet and movement. All of that to say, I'd like to rearrange the workout space in a way that's a little bit more inviting for me to be in there. So we'll do that today. We also had our famous biscuits this weekend. So what are we looking at here?
This is what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
It rose.
What is it? What's in there?
Biscuit mix.
Show the video. Biscuit mix. It's biscuit. It's Southern biscuit mix, right? And so there's just flour down there?
No, it's shortening. It mixed in. They pre-mix it.
This stuff down here, I mean.
That's the same mix.
Oh, okay.
I gotta make some biscuits.
So you mixed the biscuit mix with shortening?
No, it's pre-mixed.
It's pre-mixed. Gotcha.
Okay, this is so complicated already.
So what's in the actual biscuit mix? Look, people.
Holy Mother of Mary, I don't know. I just buy this shit because I like it. Here, ingredients.
No, babe,
Flour.
What did you put in it to make it wet? Jesus H.
I'm supposed to put buttermilk, but I'm out of buttermilk, and the grocery store didn't have buttermilk, so it is half and half.
Okay, half and half. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
It's not what you asked. You asked what's in it.
Yes, what is in the mix? That mix. So, Southern Biscuit Formula L. What the hell does L stand for? Complete Biscuit Mix. Golden Shortening Flakes. Okay, so I see what you're saying. The shortening is already in it. Mm-hmm. It's made from soft winter wheat, not the hard stuff. The soft winter wheat. Don't come over here with no summer wheat. Don't bring us no hard summer wheat. So he's hand tossing them and he's putting them in these skillets that have butter on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have preheated the oven to, oh, it's not it's not heated. What's it heated toward? Going to heat up to?
450.
450, okay. The second pan?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. That's beautiful deliciousness about to rise there.
Yes. Can you turn the timer off?
So my husband made those, they're usually buttermilk biscuits. So the mix is a buttermilk mix. That's really kind of the secret. He doesn't make the mix. So it's not like some sort of secret recipe, but he usually puts buttermilk in the biscuits. And we didn't have any this weekend and he used half and half and they were just as amazing. And the best part is at the end when he puts the butter on it and puts it back in the oven. I mean, I could totally get fat just off of his biscuits alone because they're so delicious with a little bit of jam. It's just like a nice indulgence on the weekends. I really need to keep that to the weekends and like stick to protein and vegetable kind of protocol and healthy fats for the week. So anyway, whole nother conversation, me and this diet thing, because y'all, I love a good dessert. I'm a dessert fan. I am. If desserts were healthy, I would eat nothing but desserts. I only regulate my dessert intake because obvious reasons. They're not healthy for you. And that's the sugar that I indulge in and the occasional biscuits. I'm not otherwise eating a lot of processed carby foods that really just affect your body like sugar and mess with your insulin. But I eat enough of the other stuff that maybe me just narrowing down the categories isn't helpful really in the end. That's an ongoing like lifelong battle with the taste versus what you really need to be doing for your body that's good. I know it's good for me. I don't always stick to it. So that's that. This weekend was especially fun because last night my son wanted to go, that was Sunday night, like before a school night, he wanted to go to the like haunted farm. There's a couple places around here. There's Ashland Berry Farm that's about an hour away. They actually do a hayride and they do a haunted house and I think a maze. By the way, I'm not doing any makeup today. I only have one short meeting that's on Zoom at the end of the day. And so I just don't really feel the need to get all dolled up today. And I'd rather spend the time doing the things I talked about before work starts. So let me just put a little bit of Laneige sleep mask on. So the other place is called, I think it's Creepy Hollow Scream, Creepy, wait, Scream, Creepy Hollow? Creepy Hollow Scream something or other farm, and that's where we went. That one's about 35 minutes away north of Richmond, and it was so fun. I got the fast passes because I'm a spoiled brat and I'm not trying to wait in anybody's line anymore. I guess that's like the privilege of getting old. You know, I'm like, I'm not waiting an hour in a line. I'm gonna just spend the extra $10 per ticket and get the fast pass. So there were two sections. There was a haunted walk, like a haunted forest walk, and it was long. This thing was about 20 minutes long, and it had dimly lit trails. When I say dimly lit, like you could barely see where you were going. They had these little lights on the trail to indicate where you should go, but there were places where you really weren't sure what way to turn, and it's dark and things jump out at you and people come running at you. And of course, I'm always like, how do they maintain the security of these places? How is there not one crazy person out there who's taking advantage of the fact that there are innocent people walking around in the dark who would be unsuspecting of yet another masked character jumping out with actual weapons? How do they secure this huge farm? I mean, do they gate the whole thing? Do they have security around the premises? I don't know. I didn't see any security, so I'm just like, this is a really sort of just trusting environment. There are people jumping out with chainsaws, and of course the chainsaws don't have the actual chains on them, so it's just the noise that is suggestive and really messes with your head. But what if somebody's actually out there with a chainsaw? Hello? So we all had dinner as a family, and then my son wanted to go, so I took him up, and he led the way. My little 15-year-old pumpkin, my little sugar, my little baby, my chicken nugget. He led the way. He led the way. He's taller than me. I call him little, but I'm 5'3". He's approaching 5'10". Yeah, taller than me. I'm holding onto his arm. He's got a little muscle on his arm now. It's so cute. And he led the way. They broke us out into groups, and we were in a group of 4 at first and then a group of 6 for the second part. And he was in front, and he was very brave and very kind. I'm a scaredy cat. The second I sense that there's something in the woods that's going to come at us, because you can kind of hear the rustling of the leaves, and then one of the creatures, one of the people that's stationed somewhere is kind of walking at you with their scary makeup and their outfits, and they're yelling at you and saying they're going to kill you and eat you and all this stuff. As soon as I could hear the rustling, I was like, oh my God, here it comes. And of course they come right for me. They can tell by my stance, the way that I'm walking, that I'm the scaredy cat that they want to jump onto. So, you know, they come at me, and my immediate reaction was like, okay, all right, I know you're scary. I get it. You did your job. Leave me alone. That was what I kept like yelling out over and over again. Anyway, we had a lot of fun. And then the second part was called it's called Phobia X. And they have these building structures that are probably like old barns and stuff that they've set up. In one, it was like a circus fun house. It was kind of creepy. And then in the other, there were these mazes that you had to go through in absolute pitch blackness. There wasn't one little iota of light in there to see. So you're feeling your way around these walls. You're not sure when there's going to be something that screams at you or pops out, or a hand that kind of reaches out. Rah! You just don't know. And it's the fear of the unknown that really messes with you. But it was so fun. We had a full moon, you guys. It was beautiful leaving the neighborhood. We probably left out a little bit after 7 and got back right at around 9:30 or so. We were in and out. The fast pass was great because we got right to the front of the line, went through, and the whole experience was maybe like 45 minutes between the two things, and then we came right back home and got ready for bed. So that was just a fun memory. I know that as the kids get older in general, they're not going to want to do that sort of stuff with us much more. I mean, you know, one of our other children, she did it, but she did it with her friends, and I don't blame her. I mean, you know, she's 16 and wanted the joy of like doing that with her friends and not with her parents. And so that my son wanted to do it with me was really touching. And then of course we have an older adult son he's just not into the scary stuff. He could do without any horror movie ever. Like, this is just not his thing. They all watched, my husband and the 3 kids watched Five Nights at Freddy's on Saturday night together. I didn't want to watch it, so I came up here in the room and watched some YouTube videos. I watched my fellow creators here and showed them some love and some support. And that was it. That was the weekend. I forgot what we did on Friday night. I think we had dinner together or something. Oh, we kept watching The Godfather of Harlem, my husband and I, and we're about done. There are 3 seasons out, and we have maybe 2 or 3 episodes left. They switch out the character for Malcolm X. Not the character, the actor. They switch out the actor. And I didn't like that in episode 3. I liked the Malcolm X character in season 1 and 2. Season 1 and 2, the Malcolm X actor was phenomenal. Season 3, he's also a really good actor, but I already have my mind like attached and my heart attached to that first character in season 1 and 2. Forrest Whitaker continues to deliver an absolutely outstanding performance. Outstanding. His wife also plays the woman that plays his wife also does a phenomenal job. The whole cast is just really, really, really good. All of the mob bosses that are cast are really good in their roles too. It's a well done series, and I'm going to be sad to see it come to an end. Yeah, but I have all of your other suggestions lined up in my Q app to watch as The Godfather closes out. The other super exciting thing happening for me is that my Invisalign treatment is coming to an end. Ding! My smile is all nicely lined up. I still have the nodes on because I have maybe like a month left of treatment. They're fixing my crossbite on this side, so I'm gonna actually have to do some rubber bands, which I don't want to do, but it's, part of what I paid for, to have my teeth sort of perfectly sit on top of each other, and that will really help with my internal bite and help prevent me doing the constant accidentally biting the inside of my cheek and stuff, which is something that happens when you have a crossbite. So I'm happy with the look. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do the treatment where they actually do a little tiny bit of filing down in between the teeth. Like you see that there are these, they call them the little black triangles. It's just space between your teeth, but they do this treatment called interproximal, oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called. Interproximal something or other, where they do a literal minute filing down of the space between to crowd your teeth together more so that they look more uniform. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I don't know that these little triangles bother me that much. Definitely the one up here. I used to have a little gap in between my teeth when I was younger, and they've come together more. But I don't know if I want to do all of that. Plus, I can't stand the idea of the filing between the teeth, and it would probably add another month or two onto the treatment. At this point, another month or two is not a big deal, to be honest. But I'm not sure. I don't need for my smile to look perfect, but I like the way that he has aligned the top and the bottom much better. I no longer have that little twisty thing happening on the bottom of my tooth, which was my main drama with my teeth. He obviously noticed the crossbite and fixed that, and it feels better. My entire inside of my mouth just feels better. It feels like everything fits well together, but I cannot wait to get these stupid nodes off and to whiten my teeth. So I've already ordered all of the whitening material for my teeth. So, and hint to the wise, if you have aligners from any of your dental treatments, you can just use the last set of your aligners and get the whitening solution on Amazon. That's what the dental assistant told me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll put up here a picture of what I ordered. And she says it's the exact same thing that they would give you for the multi-$100 treatment in the dentist office. And you can just put it in these trays and wear them at night and be done with it. So I think that's probably all I wanted to share before we go downstairs. Oh, my Sephora order came in. Y'all done broke Sephora's website, y'all. There was that much traffic. We are that thirsty for some overpriced products and a little 20% discount that we done broke the site down this weekend. It was down Friday when the sale started. It was down Saturday. It was down Sunday. I mean, the trick was you would get that black screen and you would have to wait until it queued you in. That has happened before with Sephora, but it usually would only happen right when the sale opens. It didn't happen for the eternity of the sale. And the fact that this particular sale is only about a week long versus I think it used to be 10 to 14 days or something in the past. I don't really know. Don't quote me on that. It's so then people didn't have those couple of days to really shop. And the way that it was worded on the black screen, it didn't say, please wait, we will let you in soon. It started with something like our website's having a problem. We're experiencing difficulties or something, which people interpret to mean the site is down and they leave. They don't wait to get queued into the app. So this was happening on the app, and then folks were like, oh, go onto the actual website on Google, like on a desktop or something. It was happening there too. I was having the same problem. People were having issues. So I didn't get to film the overall Sephora recommendations video that wasn't just what's in my cart, but what I would recommend for everyone. I still make it bold and try to film that later today. But is the loving feeling gone for the Sephora sale? I don't know, have we lost the zhuzh? Because it's really the excitement of when the sale first opens. We all just bum rush the site and order all of this junk we probably never needed in the first place. My order arrived. I put it in on Thursday night into Friday morning because the sale actually opens at 12 EST, Eastern time. So if you were on the West Coast at 9 p.m., you got into the sale right then, like on Thursday night. I placed my order. I ran. I didn't bring no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran and got my order in. Joe Malone's ginger biscuits sold out. Y'all done bought up all the ginger biscuits. So I hope you love it, whoever got it. I'm enjoying it. I placed another order. I got myself another straightening iron. I have a Chi that I have had for ages. Look at my little grays coming out. They're coming out to play. I got a T3 straightener. I was looking at the Dyson, the Corral one, but it has mixed reviews. And that sucker is $500 freaking dollars. 20% off is only going to get you to $400. A $400 hair straightener. I had to really think about that. I have the Dyson air dryer. I have the air wrap. I think those are worth the money. The straightener, I haven't used it, so I don't know. But I ended up going with a T3 one that was also really pricey, but less than half of that cost. And just some other little products. I don't even remember. I think I ordered another fragrance that nobody knows about. I'll show y'all some of those things later. And my Tatcha order is coming. Can you believe that I did that entire video where I'm showing you what's in my cart, and I had the nerve to have Tatcha products in there. And I had forgotten when I was filming that video that I had already placed an entire order on the Tatcha website because Tatcha had 20% off, and Rakuten, which I have as an extension on my Google browser. You need to have it if you don't. It's cash back just for shopping your regular sites. Rakuten was an additional 20% off on top of that. So 20% off of the site. And when you put your final order, then you get 20% cash back on that final dollar amount. Wowzers. I could not resist that. I got all of my creams. I got the rice polish, and I ended up ordering another rice polish and another Kissu lip mask through Sephora. So your girl is stocked up probably for the year. Oof. So yeah, let's go look at the workout room. I'm not doing makeup, so this is what you get today. My little swollen face that I'm still, I mean, it's not like I ate well over the weekend, but I did try to drink a little more water. I really need to hydrate well today and get some of this just nonsense out of me. Exercise. These food demons, what they have left on my little swollen face. You can see my nose looks like a pregnancy nose. It looks swollen right here. All right, let's go, y'all. So this is the current workout room. Let's walk in here, which is, as you can see, a complete hot mess right now. I've got all kinds of art supplies. I've got yoga mats. I have the Nordic track. I've got 2 chairs, weights, pallets that need to sell and go to new homes. And I used to have that little TV sitting on a stand over here that is now in a different location. So we're thinking of putting the treadmill here. This rocking horse, if you remember from a previous video, was handmade by my husband's father. So it's like a family heirloom, and we really want to keep that. But I think I'm going to put the treadmill here, maybe this direction, because we don't use our doors down here. They're locked to go outdoors. So we may just put it like here, or if it fits this way, that'll be what happens. So I'll show you the finished result. Well, there won't be a finished result because I think what I want to do, I kind of want to make this a filming space. Like I want to just have one of those chairs with a desk in front. The issue for me is having to bring down all of my fragrances and makeup and stuff when I film, which would be a really huge pain. And for other reasons, there aren't spaces upstairs on the 3rd floor right now where it makes sense to set up a filming studio. So I'm in a little bit of a conundrum in terms of like where to set up shop with the lights and all that stuff. But one thing is for sure, that I don't want the treadmill in there anymore. So that's coming out probably in the next 15 minutes when hubby comes down and give me some of his manpower. So here's where we ended up putting the treadmill. I think I like it there. Excuse the mess you're about to see, but I can see from the treadmill out to the rest of the lower level here. And back there is where my office is, if you've seen me talk about the decorating of those in other videos. So I would, stand up here, and this is my view, and that's not bad. I can maybe turn the TV on and work out. Now to actually work out, therein lies the challenge. And then I need to figure out what to do with this space in here. I have ideas. I think I want to make this my filming room. That does present some challenges because the way that this room is arranged, it's got the window, like there's the treadmill, you can see through there. And then there are these windows that go outside. And I don't want to have my back to a window, and I don't want to have my back to the door. My husband's little woodworking studio is in there. So ideally, the only place to put like a desk would be here. I don't know, is that cool enough to serve as a background for filming? And I would probably then put a big table or desk here so I can put products on there. And the main challenge, friends, is that my fragrances and makeup are up on the 3rd floor. So I would have to transfer them down here, probably arrange them in that closet or in some shelving. And now you're in it for a big mess. Like it's going to be a lot of drama getting all that stuff down here. But I would be sitting here filming and I could put my ring lights and box lights and whatever else permanently up here with a microphone set up so that I don't have to constantly pull that stuff in and out of the closet upstairs in our bedroom like I currently do now. It's kind of a pain in the butt to film. I've got to do all this setup with the ring light, with the microphone, with the cords. It's like a 30-minute process just to get everything set up and ready just for me to turn the camera on and start filming. Anyway, so I will figure that out. There's probably a lot of different ways to think about it, but I'm really happy with the treadmill being here. I think that works. And in fact, I'm about to hop on the treadmill and do about a 30-minute walk. So see y'all later. So again, as a reminder, here's how the treadmill situation worked out, which is actually already so much better for us. My husband has started to work out on it. Gosh, he hasn't used a treadmill since I've gotten it. So he's already worked out several times, and we have our sneakers rather, right there and ready and weights so that I can jump off and do some weight work. I've used it a couple times since too. That's my bag with the fragrances that I'm going to film today. And I'll tell you what that noise in the background is in a second, but here's the room. I'm going to put a few more pieces of art there. I like this sort of like Appalachian folk art like that. Very appropriate for Virginia. This is the fall scene. I've showed this before in another video of, I think it's called Burning Leaves, and this is an original by Marianne Vesey. Is the artist's name, Marianne Vesey. She does a lot of like Appalachian scenes. I'll show you a couple more in a second. So anyway, the treadmill used to be back there and it was just like an awkward fit. And then I had this like TV over in this corner on top of a table. It didn't work out for me. In fact, I was hating these chairs. I was thinking about giving them away and now I want them to stay. So that'll be the filming spot. So here's what I did. I literally divided my makeup collection in half and my brushes in half. And friends, I still had too much for both halves. So here are my cheek and face and foundation brushes. These are like the smaller detail brushes and maybe a couple of Packer brushes. And then most of my eyeshadow and special brushes like these feather brushes that you can use for highlighter and so forth. And then get a load of this. In this closet is half of my makeup collection. This is nuts. I need to organize this. So this is half of my lipsticks. Isn't that insane? And I still have half of the lipsticks upstairs. I don't know. I don't even want to show you everything. It's just a hot mess. But I have half of everything that I have upstairs down here on these two shelves. And it's still so much. So I will organize those over time. I'm not going to pressure myself to organize those today. But I do want to pull out some things to use to do makeup while I talk with you all. And so, you know, here's the view as I sit and film. Hi, how y'all doing? So I'll have my mirror, boop, which I love. I have a mirror upstairs. I used to use this mirror here. Is this weird? Hi, there are my eyes. Guys. But it's even brighter. I should probably clean that, yeah? Gotta put that mess away. And I have palettes here that I want to give away to my sisters and then my son's little Star Wars characters. But anyway, the big ring light there. And then I have these two sort of box lights. And then I definitely needed a computer close by. If I showed y'all the contraption that I used to put my computer on up in the bedroom, it was like a little like antique thing. And then I would stick a box on top of that and then something on top of that. And then I put my computer on top of that so that I could have that ready while I was filming. Like if I needed to reference, let's say something off of Sephora or like go to Fragrantica just to double check notes or whatever. You don't know the drama I went through. Look how dirty this is. I could probably write my name in here, V. That's disgusting. I need to clean that. But I'm so thrilled. And then I have the TV over there if I want to watch YouTube while I'm prepping my notes. Or watch whatever. Watch whatever. And I have my magnifying glass. I kind of like this. I like what's in the background here, this farm scene. I've had this piece of art. This is like one of those like Michael's, or where did I get that from? Probably like from TJ. No, excuse me. I ordered that off of line. But it's like one of those TJ Maxx kind of giclée print sort of things. Nothing special, but I like it. Let me show you something on it. And I touched it up a little bit because it was dull. So I actually went in and touched up some of the paint just to have little pops. And so let me show you what it looks like from the back. So that's the whole of it. And it just brings me joy. It reminds me of like the hills in Virginia when we go out west to wine country, and it's really, really pretty. So that will be my filming spot. Let's turn on lights. So that's it all lit up. You know, the box lights, the ring light is on, and then I will put my phone in this contraption, clip it in, and go. What do y'all think? I think I like it. Remember, I was having problems with this room because I wasn't sure where I could like sit my desk so that I didn't have my back to a window, which I don't like. I don't like having my back to a window. It's a little weird. I did purchase new desks that are just a little bit more chic than these. These two black tables are the ones that we use upstairs in the family room, and we cover them with cloth and put like our Christmas village, you know, with the lights, the light up Christmas villages on them. So they'll have to go upstairs. They're called folding card playing something or other card desks, not desks, tables, card tables. You know, you can use them when you have cookouts or whatever, like put a tablecloth on there and feed your family, put all your stuff on there. But we have two of them for the Christmas villages, and I purchased something else off of Amazon that's just a little bit more attractive and a tiny bit sturdier that I can put down here, and they were super cheap. I love that thing over there. That's like an old, I think it's an old water or milk jug or something. I actually want to like spray paint that a really cool color, but I use it as a trash can right now. And then as, you know, I am collecting trash here. Let me show you my cute little husband's. He's not little, but you know, this is his workspace. He has no idea I'm filming him. That's what when I say that he's turning wood, that's what he's doing. He's making a bowl. So the thing that's right there that he's fussing with is a piece of wood that I'll show you what the wood looks like. He has carved it out. Like right now he's hollowing out the middle of it, but this workshop here is a hot mess, and he brings beautiful products out of here. Like, look at his tools. It's almost like he could have a whole Dexter scene down here. Do y'all watch Dexter? And you wouldn't know because he has all these carving tools and whatever. Take a piece of wood like what I'm about to show you here, like that. Like he'll take one of those pieces into that workshop and just create like something so pretty, like the containers that are holding the brushes. Something like these containers here. So I don't know if that noise, can you hear the noise in the background? I don't know if that noise is going to be bothersome in here, so I'll have to deal with that. So friends, that's it. That's the room. Oh, I wanted to show you the other little thing. No, I won't show them to you. But anyway, some of the smaller Appalachian scenes are over there that artist does. And those are also just like little prints of hers. Well, that one there is an actual little painting that I purchased somewhere. These two, this one and that one, are original little paintings. The other two, let me just show you. Okay. So this is the kind of work that she does, which I just think is so adorable. It's teeny tiny. She has them huge. Like the originals are probably 11 by 17 inches. So I just got these little tiny prints because they're adorable. And then I don't know where, I think I got this off of eBay, but it reminds me of the Appalachian Mountains here in Virginia, as does this, this is one of my favorite little original pieces here. Really tiny, like you can see how small it is. You see the size of my hand, but I love it. Okay, friends, I think I'm gonna finally sign off. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.